Okay, so today we're going to focus on our meditation, and that focus will be on the physical sheath of our body. And for the next few weeks, we will be focusing on each sheath of the body in our meditation. Once I stop talking and once I stop guiding you, stay with with wherever it is that your mind is or not, and release anything you're holding on to. Um, if the thoughts come, just let them go. It's okay. Observe them and let them go. But the main focus on here will be our physical sheath, being aware of this physical body and being connected to this physical body. Okay, I think I've muted everybody. And let's begin. Please sit comfortably as you possibly can. Make sure your back is straight, your neck is straight, and your head is straight. As you're breathing in, bring your shoulders up, take them back, and as you're breathing out, just gently drop them. You can bring your hands into any mudra or not, whatever you're most comfortable with. You can bring your hands in your lap, right hand supporting the left, both palms facing toward the sky, and the thumbs gently touching each other. Or you can simply place your hands on a rest in the chair that you're sitting, whatever is most comfortable for you, please. If you're sitting down, make sure your feet are touching the ground. If you're sitting in a chair, if you're sitting on a space where maybe your legs are extended, then keep the legs extended. But I don't want the legs to be dangling with no support. I want the body to be very well supported. Become aware of where your feet are. Become aware of what parts of your feet are touching, either the ground or wherever you're sitting. Become aware of where the rest of the leg is, meaning where your thighs are, where your knees are, where your calves are. Become aware of your hips and your bottom. Be aware of the support that they give. Be aware of the lower back, the middle back, the upper back. Make sure there's no tension there. In being aware, be aware of tension and releasing that tension. Be aware of your pelvic area, your abdomen, your stomach area, your chest, your shoulder sockets, your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your hands, your fingers. Become aware of your throat and your neck, the sides of the neck and the back of the neck, the back of your head, the top of the head, the face. Become aware of your tongue. Release the tongue. Let it relax. Let there be a space between your teeth. And simply breathe. As you're breathing in, observe the breath entering the body. And as you're breathing out, observe the breath leaving the body. Become aware of this physical body. Become aware of the steadiness of this physical body. Visualize this body being a mountain, strong, dense, alive, steady, fruitful, ever changing. Become aware of this body being a gift. Become aware of this body having the ability to self-heal. Become aware of this body having everything it needs to be well. Visualize this mountain that you are, the peak at the crown of the head. Oh, my apologies. Become aware of being this mountain. Every element of that mountain is in you. Every physical element of that mountain is in you. The earth, the water, the rivers that flow, the waterfalls that flow in that mountain, flowing through the body in the same way the blood flows through our body. Those rivers nourishing the pastures, the trees, this blood flowing and nourishing every tissue in our bodies. Become aware of fire, that fire in us that transforms, that fire in the mountain that heals, that revitalizes, that brings the new, that heals the imbalances in the same way the digestive fire does that within us. Become aware of that fire in the belly. Become aware of that mountain, being that mountain. That seedling that can only be cracked open by the fire to germinate and create a new tree and create new life. In the same way, that fire in us cracks open that seed of health that germinates and creates new life in us. Become aware of the element of air, the air all around the mountain, that air that needs to be converted to carbon dioxide, that air that needs to be converted for nourishment, that exchange of nourishment. In the same way, that exchange needs to happen for us. The same cycle. Become aware of that as you're breathing in, and become aware of it as you're breathing out, nourishing that mountain. Become aware of the space element, that infinite possibility that happens in space, that akash, that in which this mountain survives hundreds, thousands, millions of years, that in us, which has survived hundreds and thousands and millions of years. Become aware of those elements within us. Those elements that contain wisdom. Those elements that contain longevity. In that wisdom, that sense of knowledge, that sense of openness, that sense of trusting, the steadiness, and the longevity, and trusting the composition of all the elements, the transformation of all the elements as they occur. From the base of the mountain to its peak, a peak in which we can stand. That part of us, that physical part of us that rises above. Every element working together to rise above. Every flower in this mountain, every blade of grass, every tree, every fruit, every river, every waterfall, every fire, every element for the fire to be there, and every element to put the fire out when it needs to be put out, but every element to be there when it needs to be ignited. A firm base, trusting, flowing, changing, being. And through this all is a thread of breath. Through this all is that connection with breath. Observe this mountain breathing. Observe it as it breathes in, and observe it as it breathes out. Steady, balanced, in complete harmony, receiving and giving in a state of ease. Slowly and gently, start becoming aware of your breath as you're breathing in and as you're breathing out. Become aware of your physical body. Become aware of your mind. Be aware of where your feet are, where your hands are. And slowly, very, very slowly and gently, keep your eyes closed, but bring your hands on the crown of your head. And gently, very gently, run them along the sides of the head, all the way down to your shoulders. Bring them back in your lap. And slowly and gently, when you're ready, open your eyes. Namaste.